Something enormous has just begun to move in the deepest shadows of the cosmos, and scientists are struggling to understand how the universe managed to hide it for so long. What first appeared as a harmless patch of empty space suddenly erupted with a strange vibration, a subtle tremor that rippled across star fields millions of light years away. It wasn't an explosion, nor was it a collapse. It felt more like a heartbeat. Instruments built to measure the faintest gravitational distortions began flashing with alerts, detecting a long, sweeping oscillation they had never recorded before. These waves weren't chaotic. They pulsed with the consistency of something awakening, stretching, and testing its strength. When astronomers zoomed in, they expected to see a dense cloud, a rogue object, maybe even a new type of dark matter cluster. Instead, they found a perfect sphere of pure blackness, so smooth, so clean, so sharp-edged that it looked artificial stars behind it vanished completely, leaving a flawless silhouette that drifted silently through intergalactic space. This was not a void, it was a shape. And as it moved, starlight curved around it in precise arcs, bending in patterns too deliberate to be random. The phenomenon behaved as if it possessed mass far beyond any known structure, yet it emitted no energy, no radiation, no detectable signature, except for those rhythmic pulses that echoed through the deep. Then came the moment that truly frightened the research teams. The sphere shifted direction. Objects in space move according to gravity, collisions, or cosmic flows. Nothing simply decides where to go, but this sphere did. It tilted slightly, accelerated a fraction, and aligned itself toward a region filled with dense galactic formations. Whatever was inside that darkness was not drifting. It was choosing. And as the data streamed in, the question grew heavier. Did something ancient wake up? Or has something new just entered our universe for the first time? The deeper the analysis went, the stranger the anomaly became. Observatories across the planet began reporting the same baffling reading. The pulses were not random. They carried layered frequencies, each repeating with a precision that felt engineered. Some researchers compared them to harmonics, others to patterns found in quantum transitions, but no one could deny that the timing was too perfect for a natural process. When high-resolution mapping tools reconstructed the internal gravitational fields of the sphere, a new revelation emerged. There was structure inside the darkness. Something vast rotated at an angle impossible for conventional matter. It twisted space-time around itself like a knot tightening from within, generating distortions so complex that even advanced simulations could barely represent them. As the pulses increased, they triggered changes across the surrounding region. Dust clouds rearranged into spirals as if tugged by invisible threads. Nebulae flared with unusual colors, reacting to forces they had never encountered. Across multiple galaxies, tiny but synchronized shifts appeared in star orbits, all pointing toward the same expanding boundary. The sphere was influencing reality far beyond its immediate location. And then came the most shocking discovery. The anomaly wasn't absorbing light, it was erasing it. Photons hitting its surface didn't scatter or bend. They vanished as if slipping out of existence. The boundary looked less like the surface of an object and more like an entry point, a threshold to something deeper. Some theorists suggested it could be a fracture in space-time, a tear that widened as the pulses intensified. Others proposed a phenomenon from outside the universe itself, a presence pushing through the cosmic fabric. Yet the most unsettling interpretation grew harder to ignore with each new data set. The sphere seemed to respond to the environment around it. When nearby star clusters shifted, the pulses changed pace, adjusting as if calculating. And the more the universe reacted, the more the sphere accelerated, following a trajectory that appeared increasingly intentional. Whatever this was, it wasn't waking by accident. It was preparing. As weeks passed, the anomaly's behavior escalated into something no simulation could predict. The pulses evolved into sequences, short bursts followed by long waves, forming a pattern eerily similar to signaling behavior. Not communication, at least not in any human sense, but something that behaved like a system initializing. A cosmic startup sequence. Telescopes detected a faint glow inside the sphere for the first time, a single point of dim silver light suspended within the otherwise perfect darkness. The glow fluctuated with the pulses, growing brighter as the anomaly accelerated. The light wasn't natural. Its wavelength was too stable, too resistant to distortion. It held steady even as space-time contorted around it. Some scientists believed it was a form of exotic energy. Others claimed it looked like a window, a glimpse into a deeper realm beyond normal physics. But then came the breakthrough that changed everything. The glow wasn't shining outward, it was shining inward, as if illuminating something on the other side of the boundary, and whatever it was illuminating appeared to be moving. Slowly at first, then with increasing confidence, a shifting outline could be detected, a shape forming within the void, vast and angular, unlike anything observed in known astrophysical processes. It wasn't a star. It wasn't a planet. It wasn't even remotely biological. It looked like geometry, a structure made of gravitational architecture, assembling itself piece by piece. And as this internal shape took form, the pulses grew louder, stronger, more deliberate. They spread in every direction, distorting distant galaxies like ripples in a cosmic ocean. The universe felt as though it was reacting defensively, bending under a pressure it wasn't built to withstand. Theories shifted from cosmic anomaly to cosmic intrusion. Something was not waking up inside our universe. Something was pushing into it, and whatever was forming at the center of the sphere was only the beginning of its arrival. The moment the inner glow expanded, everything changed. Instruments recorded an impossible event. Space around the sphere began folding inward, collapsing into a smooth plane with razor-sharp transitions, as if reality itself was being overwritten. Instead of curving or bending, the boundary behaved like a dimensional door flattening itself into alignment. Astrophysicists described it as a cosmic synchronization, a moment where two separate frameworks of physics briefly locked together. The pulses surged in intensity, forming a rhythm so powerful that faint resonances were detected even within the Milky Way's outer halo. And then the most chilling discovery emerged. The expansion wasn't uniform, it was directional. The sphere was opening toward something, and its trajectory matched the densest regions of our local cosmic neighborhood. Its path, plotted precisely, pointed directly toward our galaxy. Yet the most terrifying evidence came not from motion, but from data inside the pulses themselves. The signals contained patterns resembling higher dimensional curvature, mathematical structures predicted only in theories, describing universes stacked beside or above our own. This meant the phenomenon wasn't simply from elsewhere in space. It could be from elsewhere in reality entirely. A presence, a mechanism, or an entity capable of operating on the architecture of spacetime had initiated something near us, and as the glow expanded, the internal shape fully emerged. A colossal lattice twisting through dimensions, expanding like a structure unfolding from an impossible blueprint. It didn't look hostile. It didn't look friendly. It didn't look alive. It looked inevitable. The universe wasn't encountering an object. It was encountering a system awakening after who knows how many eons, now fully active and moving with unstoppable momentum. And as the pulses reached their highest intensity yet, one final truth became undeniable. We are no longer observing from a distance. Whatever has awakened is already on its way.